Alright, Mile High Sixer back in with a new video. Today I'll be recapping the Denver Broncos versus the Houston Texans game week 2. And as a Broncos fan, very disappointing in this game. Overall, the only good thing about this game is we won. Eric Saubert had a nice touchdown. Defense was a little better, but other than that, same shit. Couldn't capitalize in the red zone. Penalties, even more penalties than last week. Well, 6 days ago. It's not really a week, but let's go over the stats, see what happened during the game. Ooh. So play by play, and I'll go all scoring plays because I don't care. So first drive scoring play for the Broncos was a 65-yard field goal by McManus, and then they traded it with a field goal by that's not just scoring plays. Scoring plays, not. All right, so 8-play drive, 63 yards, field goal by McManus, which there was a lot of penalties. Wasn't that the one where Sun had that touchdown that was called back because his foot was out of bounds? Yeah, that was a nice catch. I think Sun had a good game. It's just there's two major things that he caught, kind of cost us. But, he kind of redeemed himself with nice catches and shit. Kyle Fairbairn kicks a field goal, and then next second quarter, Kyle Fairbairn kicks a field goal, 6-3, and then we don't go for it with 20 seconds left. The Houston Texans pinned at their own 1. We don't go for it. We kick a field goal to tie it, which I was in favor of either. I wouldn't be mad if they kicked it or went for it, even if they didn't get it. And then Russell Wilson threw an interception to I don't know who, but I'll get to that later. It wasn't really his fault. It was a complete pass to Sun, and then it was midair. Sun lost the ball, and then got stolen from. So, yeah, so it's 9-6 going into the fourth. Broncos put up 10 points in the fourth quarter. So all their big points were in the fourth quarter with an Eric Saubert touchdown, and I was like, ooh. Only problem was there wasn't that much clock left. And then the defense, they did their job. They stopped them. They held them to no points. And then the Broncos kicked the field goal at the end. Defense, they stopped them at 4th down and 15. The offense, they killed all the timeouts. That's the only good thing. And then the defense just stopped them 4th down. So, yeah, it was a very sloppy game. Penalties, what was it? Unnecessary roughness on Sun. He got that interception was on him. I don't think it was on Russ because he had the ball in his hand. I don't think Russ. It wasn't deflected. It wasn't a bad throw. He should have had that, and it just slipped out of his hands. So Davis Mills 177, no touchdowns, no picks, sacked 3 times. Really? We got 3 sacks. I don't know when. I think the last play. I don't know. I have to look that up. Russell Wilson sacked 3 times. 219 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 pick. Javonte Williams, I like him. He's awesome. Ran the ball 75 yards. Pierce 69 yards, nice. 15 carries. He played good. He's gonna be good. Jeff Driscoll, Bronco legend, got 10 yards. Melvin Gordon, thank God he had less carries. He sucks, man. Holding, unnecessary roughness. He has no speed. He has a good 5-yard chunk play sometimes, but he's bad, man. I don't like him. Montel Washington had a good game. He had a nice return. He had the nice jet sweep, and then fucking holding by Gordon. It would have been a full 19 yards, but no, it was just 9 yards because of Gordon. Sun had 1. He ran they gave the ball to Sun and Judy. They ran it with Beck, which was stupid because Beck's not a good runner. He only ran the ball 1 time all his career, and there's a reason why. I don't think he's built for it. Receiving, Cortland Sutton played good. 7 receptions, 122 yards, 0 touchdowns, though. Tyree Cleveland, late in the game, had a couple receptions. Good for him. Eric Saubert, you're God. You're him. Eric Saubert made a nice touchdown at the end to actually give us a TD. It wasn't in the red zone. It was a deep shot. And, Eric Saubert used his size. Nice touchdown, man. He is him. Jerry Jeudy had that 1 reception, but he's injured. Ribs, hopefully he's okay. Javonte had 1 reception. Gordon 1 reception. Albert O dropped 1. He was targeted twice. He dropped 1. Collins, Cooks, Brown, those guys. Collins and Cooks are gonna be good. They're good. Brandon Cooks is obviously elite. Well, he's not elite, but he's a good receiver. He's a good veteran, and I like him. I like Brandon Cooks, man. No touchdowns given up by the defense, which is good. Again, it's against the Texans, but the Texans look more improved than last year. They're a different team. They look more organized, but no touchdowns. Rex Burkhead didn't do anything. The tight ends didn't do anything. Like O.J. Howard and Jordan only combined for 10 yards, so that was a good sign, but those guys are not elite. O.J. Howard's good, but he's not elite like George Kittle next week. We'll see if he plays. Hopefully not, but yeah. Davis Mills had 2 lost fumbles. Denver didn't fumble the ball at all. The defense, Kane Stearns, 6 tackles. Nice. Draymond Jones, 2 sacks. Oh, Randy Gregory got a sack in a TFL and a forced fumble, I think. He had a good game. He's not the best. Quan Williams had a TFL. Mathis had a few tackles. I'll get to the Houston later. I hope Surtain's back next week. Henningsen had a TFL. I didn't even see him, but he got a TFL. Nice. Darby had that nice pass deflection and then saving the touchdown, pushing him out of bounds. Aaron Patrick had a nice whatever. As for the Texans, Green had 1.5 sacks, and Kirsty, I think he's the one who had the pick. He had half a sack, and Jonathan Greenard had a sack. Christian Kirtsey got the pick off of Sutton. I wouldn't dare say that was off of Russell Wilson, but yeah, Montel Washington played better, 59 punt return yards. So we forced punts on last night. On Monday, so we forced some punts. Montel had a better game. The special teams had a better game outside of one bad return, but I think special teams was all right. Just sloppy penalties. Penalties, not executing in the red zone. I know there's a lot of injuries now, which I thought preseason was going to eliminate that. Not playing them in the preseason was going to eliminate that. Nope. Just injury bug. Whoever our trainer is should be fired right now. I don't know. Hopefully by Sunday, we get Josie Jewell back, Billy Turner back, get some guys back. Hopefully Judy and Surtain can play next week against the Niners because we're going to need them, especially Judy. Russell Wilson didn't look that good in the first half. Second half, he turned up. Fourth quarter, he put up 10 points. So it's just we need more consistency. We need this offense to put the damn rock into the damn end zone. And I don't know why, when we get so close, it feels so far with this team, man. It feels so far. But we got the W. That's what matters the most. We move on from these 2 games. 16 points each. That's unacceptable. We have to put up around 20 plus against the Niners to win because they're a good team. I know Trey Lance got hurt, but Jimmy G, he's their guy. He's been with that team for a bit, 5 years, I think. Since 2017, I think. 2018. He knows the system. He knows Shanahan's system. He can make that team win, and they did. They beat the team that we couldn't beat last week. Granted, the circumstances were different because they were at home and they weren't in the crowd. The crowd wasn't against them and all that shit, but it doesn't matter. They beat the team that we couldn't beat. If we can beat the Seahawks, have a convincing game, I don't think we'll blow them out if we win, or either way. I think if Seattle wins, they could blow us out, but if we win, it's going to be close because Seattle's defense is top tier. The O-lines are right. They can run the ball. They got good receivers. They got a good team overall. Their D line's a beat. Bosa. We have to deal with both Bosas this year. That's gonna be a tough game, but I'll get to it when we get to it. Probably Thursday. The only good thing that happened today was the Raiders just choking so bad against the Cardinals, a 20-point lead. But, I'm not going to dwell on the Raiders because that's just their way. And we need to be better. We need to be better next week. We should have been better this week. We should have cleaned it up, had a couple touchdowns, not a fucking impressive win, but something to build on. But this is the same shit we saw last week on Monday. So hopefully they got a week to prepare themselves. They got to stay home. They don't have to travel. And if they have a good game against the Niners, I'll change my mind about this team. But right now, overrated, inconsistent, sloppy, no discipline this week against the Texans. Not a good one, but I'm happy. Overall, I'm happy that we got the W. And it's a 1-1 is 1-1. Can't change that. Wish we were 2-1. I'm 2-0. Could be 0-2. A lot of scenarios between those two games, but those are two games. And I got a big one on Sunday Night Football against the Niners at home. Come on, Russ. Russ has to be better. This O-line has to be better. The hack has to be better. Everyone has to be better on this team, man. And without the improvement, Hackett always says we got to be better, we got to improve, we got to clean it up. But these two games haven't shown it, And I like Hackett. He's a rookie. People are giving him a little bit too much shit, but at the same time, he needs to deliver. And Sunday, next week, Sunday Night Football, you gotta deliver. You have to at least make it a good game. Our offense has to be more consistent, and that's it. I hope you guys have a good night. Peace. Victory Monday. Enjoy it while it lasts, because it's not for long. And peace, go Broncos, and on to San Francisco.